Hello everybody, how are you doing? This is Blair with the Freed Perspective. I'm just chilling here in my pyramid today on my little kneeling cushion. So if you are here, you're probably an empath, and that is someone who takes on the energy of other people. Because usually, you tend to find that people tell you a lot of their problems. They find you really relatable, and it's something that empaths they're proud of. Like, I know I am so proud. I consider myself a highly sensitive person, empath, a light worker in the world, and usually our MO is to be of service to other people. The amount of deep conversations that I'm having with people who their jobs are falling apart, their relationships are falling apart, they're dealing with intense addiction. I would say a lot of the world, what I'm hearing lately is this loneliness. There's an intense separation between us. And I know when I show up for people that I want to energetically soften their blow. So even if I'm not even saying all the things or the right things, I know that I am doing energetic work and helping take on some of that load from them. There can be a shadow side to being like that in the world of cat. So cute. And that is when you are giving too much of yourself and you are allowing your body to absorb too much negative energy. And a lot of times we do it without being asked to do that, and we just need to be a little better with reclaiming our energy. For empaths, they focus a lot of their energy in their upper chakras. We tend to be intuitive. We can tell when people are lying. We can read the room. We know how to dial into what people are thinking. We use our heart a lot and take on people's problems. And like I said, soften the blow. But what we need to do is awaken our bottom chakras and sit in those lower grounding spaces. Because when we're tuning into everything and everyone, it just starts to fragment that, and then it leaves us not feeling full. So something that we need to do is learn how to put up healthy boundaries with ourselves and with other people. And it is super hard for empaths because we can feel other people's disappointment, and then we take that on and we want to give more to them to help heal their situation. I've heard from other people, a lot of empaths are dealing with their own abandonment wounds, and that can turn into people pleasing. So most of the empaths and highly sensitive people I know are like that. They give, and they do want to make people happy. I've been that way my entire life, but there is a healthy way to do that. So something that I have learned to do recently to operate as a healthy empath is consistently checking in with myself. How am I feeling right now? Just in the middle of the day, I'll write it in my calendar, self-check-in. How am I feeling today? Where am I holding some kind of intensity or pressure within my body? Is that mine, or is that someone else's story that I'm carrying with me? And just having the awareness and the mindfulness to check in and feel, is that mine or am I carrying someone else's, can help you to dissipate that energy if it's not yours to carry. But it is coming back to this sense of really a separation. And as much as I am 1000% of the thought that we are completely connected, all of us are from the one amazing sacred spark of source, and we are all connected to that. I also deeply honor that we are on our sacred separate journeys for our own little spark of soul's evolution, and that we can't control other people, especially the time that Earth is going through right now and all the energetic ripples and the intensities in Earth. It is more important than ever to come back to you. So I have been putting up tons of boundaries over the past couple of years, and they are hard. It is hard to do that because nobody wants to hurt, or the majority of people don't want to hurt people. If you're watching this video, you don't want to hurt people. It hurts you to hurt people because then you feel that. So it's not about like dumbing down your emotions and saying, well, there's nothing I can do with that, but it is remembering to really fill your own cup first, and allowing that separation to be so sacred and still loving people. What it comes back to is really dialing into your own intense presence, because if you are an empath and a highly sensitive person, then you feel the intensity of not only your friends, but of the world. So something that I do to create that separation from people, and I've talked about it in another video, maybe I'll link it somewhere, maybe not, but is to create a healthy bubble boundary. And I do this. I will sit in this pyramid. You can do it anywhere. You can stand up. You can just imagine it. And I like to imagine a teal bubble that is around me. And oh, the cat just walked to my hand. And usually it is full of, for me, it is full of sparkly, glittery energy, and it is swirling. And I just got chills. And imagine it swirling like all around you, and it creates this healthy. Teal is a very, very safe, protective, healing color, and you are just in there, and it just helps build your energy back, and you can push everything outside of this permeable bubble, and just really sit in that and swirling in that, and listen to some nice healing frequencies, protection meditation sounds, and just breathe deeply in and out, and imagine just sitting in this bubble, and that you are safe, you are loved. All these people out here, they are also safe and loved in some way or another. Ooh, I just noticed the light is coming in on my camera. I gotta move that. There we go. Okie dokie. But yeah, especially like if I'm having anxiety, which I still, of course, I've had anxiety my whole life, and it comes up, and just to be like, okay, I'm gonna step into this bubble right now and build my energy back up. So that's one thing that I do. Another thing that I have been doing for years that is so helpful is to ground. Go outside, even if it's winter, I do not care. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, put your feet in the grass for at least 5 minutes. I used to do it for 10 to 20 minutes a day. Stand out there and just imagine like other people's stagnant energy and stories like going into the earth. And the earth is just so beautiful and so strong and so loving and so there for us. This earth is there, has been there for all of us throughout time. It is so incredible. And she is willing to absorb these things from our body and take that on. So use the earth as a beautiful resource, and there's actually all sorts of science behind grounding with not getting enough electrons in our body, and you get that from the bottoms of your feet. I wish I had more on top of my head, but I've just learned it over the years, but I've kind of forgotten it. Another huge thing is saying no. Oh my gosh, this has been the best thing for me, is saying no. And it feels so good. And you know what? When I first started doing this, when I first started saying no, man, I had resistance. I had people really upset with me, being upset when I wouldn't go to events, saying I need more time and space away from you. I need to change our relationship, our communication, frequency. It was really hard. And now that I have enacted these boundaries and saying, I need you, whoever's in my life, to support what I need, I have been having people show up that are just so gentle and who step into my flow and who respect what I need. And I've also had to learn that for myself, because historically I have been a person of high expectation, and I want people to show up for me, and I want them to go to these things, and I don't like disappointment. I have had my own like needy energies, and as I have stepped more into respecting people's boundaries and what they need, especially in these intense times, and with age and my own like wisdom coming in, I am getting more of that back now, and it is just incredible. And you know what? It just doesn't always feel right to me. Even if I'm like, man, I should be there, I should show up for this person. But I don't want to live by shoulds, and I'm telling you to not live by shoulds. Be who you are and respect your own values. And people start to tune into that when you tune into it and you drop the shoulds, you drop the guilt, you drop the fear vibration. I've talked about that before, the fear versus love vibration when you're showing up because you are loving yourself. My God, it feels so intoxicating. You start to see, the world is a reflection, and you will see that reflected back. It makes you more present for other people in another way. You start to become really magnetic, and not in an egoic way, but people are just drawn to you. And I find that with myself all the time. The more I'm dialing into myself and just living completely authentically, people are drawn to that, and I'm drawn to people who are like that. And we get strength from each other's energy fields, but not in a needy way. And it's okay to have needy people in your life. I welcome that. That is why I'm becoming a therapist. But for people who are the people like you and I, who are here to be of service for others, we just have to really learn how to step into the next evolution of what that means to be of service. Because it's not giving until you're depleted. If I am giving so much away and not putting up healthy boundaries, then I'm not really stepping into that next stage of my own evolution. But it's about having a bigger impact while feeling good along the way for myself and cultivating the things that, like Blair as the human avatar wants. Like, she wants love, she wants healthy relationships, she wants community, and to have a good time. How about that? Have a good time. So another meditation I have done recently is a grounding root chakra meditation. I have found several on YouTube. Just type in root chakra grounding meditation, and they are so wonderful for this fragmented time in general and for empaths. You know, expanding that through all of your chakras is when you're having a full experience, you can help people from that grounded space better. And just feel a strengthening and presence in who you are. And just like before, like I was saying, like when you are feeling that wholeness, you know, you are magnetic, and you draw more people in, and you draw more of what you're trying to manifest in your life from that secure place. So anyway, that is the message for today. Is just remember to remain in that loving presence of life for yourself and for other people. You know, you are teaching people. You are teaching people in a way of how to be strong. You can only be a positive example and a good listener. That's really a superpower of empaths, being a good listener. And we absorb their energy. We like to soften the energetic blow. But then knowing how to release it through yoga, grounding, coming back to yourself, laughing, your chakra meditation, your protection bubble, working on boundaries, not over giving, but also making sure that they know, like, I am a loving, supportive presence in your life, and then putting time and space between those times. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I love the ever-living shit out of all of y'all. I always say that, and I just mean it. And I will see you next time. Bye.